So hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now this video is kind of a mix of a couple of things. This is a trophy highlights video from the past few days, but it's also an update to my black bear grind. And we're starting off with one of the trophies that I am so thrilled to have gotten off of my Great One grind, and that is a mythical blonde black bear. Now blonde is actually one of the rares for black bear alongside cinnamon and brown, and when I picked up the max weight track I couldn't believe it. I was really hoping it would be a level 9, but a mythical is, you know, pretty much second best to getting a level 9. I really couldn't be more happy with getting a mythical. That is really awesome. So I knew this guy should be a really high scoring gold, and it's just so beautiful. This is actually my first time seeing a blonde since they had the fur rework and the model rework, and they just look so gorgeous. I really think these are absolutely stunning now. So beautiful. And I really did have to spook him out of those reeds before I was going to take a shot. I didn't want to risk taking a shot on what I knew was a male rare. And, you know, if it had been a level 9 or something and I accidentally messed it up, I would have been gutted. So that's why I ended up chasing him out of there, just so that I could see what level he was. And he is a really solid 21.80 scoring mythical blonde. How awesome is that? That is my first blonde since these guys became rare, and it's a really big one. I couldn't be more happy with that. I have had so much luck with the rares on this grind, it's kind of insane. I'm actually up to 9 rares now. But yeah, I couldn't believe that finally I find a blonde and it ends up being such a big mythical. And I was so happy that I managed to actually make that heart shot. And while he was roaring as well, so even better. Just such a cool harvest. I was so happy with this. I was hoping I'd get a blonde at some point during this grind. And this is basically as big as it could get without being a super rare. Obviously it could be a little bit bigger on the score, but yeah, couldn't be more happy with that. Just so cool. Now, another cool rare that I ended up finding was this guy. Now, it's only a level 5, but I knew when I saw this guy moving around in a group of black bears, because this was at one of the lakes where I have like 10 to 15 bears at a time, I knew that this one was something different, but I wasn't sure, and I ended up cornering him up here and managed to get a shot while he was running that brought him down, well, instantly, as you saw, and I knew that this guy was different, and I was pretty sure that it was actually a brown fur type, which the brown is one of the rares for these guys now, same as blonde and cinnamon, because it is one of the colour phases. But they're quite hard to distinguish because you might see this and think it's a dusky. But no, it's definitely a brown. And this is my first time seeing a brown black bear since they had the rework. And these guys are really pretty. I actually think they're a lot prettier in-game than perhaps when you see them in screenshots. Because, like I said, I knew straight away that it was something different when I saw him. And that's why I avoided actually shooting him until I dealt with basically the rest of the bears. I wanted to make sure that I got a good shot on this guy. Now, he may only be a level 5, but I'm definitely going to tax this guy for the Trophy Lodge, as like I said, it's my first one. So now I have had all of the rare fur variations for black bear on this grind, which I was super happy with. I haven't had a ton of trophy size bears, so getting the rares is always like a really nice thing. It makes me think, you know, okay, I'm doing something right if I'm getting good numbers of rares showing up. And yeah, really cool to get the blonde and then the brown. Shame that it was only a level 5, but it's not going to look any different to the level 8 in terms of in the Trophy Lodge, so still really happy with that. Now, moving on to this clip, and as you will see, I have yet another cinnamon black bear in front of me. Now, once again, it was a female. Again, managed to make the heart shot, which I'm getting better at, and I really do like managing to drop them with a heart shot. And yeah, another cinnamon. I have had so many cinnamons showing up on this grind, it's kind of ridiculous. And these are definitely a rare. You may not think they are, you know, based off of the amount of them that I'm shooting, but they are definitely a rare. I have been speaking to lots of people who are doing black bear grinds as well at the moment, and a lot of them haven't had a single one of these show up in hundreds and hundreds of kills. So the fact that I have had so many is kind of insane. And once again, in this next clip, we're taking a look at another cinnamon, this time a level 6, and it was over 300 meters away, and I decided I was going to go for that shot just to make it a little bit more entertaining. I did drop the other bears that were there as well, but this is of course the one that we're interested in. Now, it being a level 6, I was kind of hoping it could be a gold. I didn't pay attention to the score estimate, because I can never remember what gold is for these guys, but I was hoping, and unfortunately he ends up being another silver level 6 cinnamon, which this is actually the second level 6 silver cinnamon bear that I've had during this grind, but I was really happy with that, actually getting a long shot at over 300 meters. I'm not a long distance shot kind of person. I like to be much closer to my animals normally, so a shot like that I was pretty happy with, and it's another rare for the grind. Now, moving on to something that I was so incredibly happy to see. That is a 9 legendary black bear. Now, I have had such bad luck with actually getting big bears on this grind. I've had a ton of mythicals, a ton of big level 7s, but this was the first level 9 that I actually had show up. Now, I'm at over 2,000 kills at this point, and I can tell you that I have only had 2 level 9s show up. And I don't know why. I don't know why my RNG is so bad in terms of getting big bears. But when I finally saw this being the first legendary, I was so incredibly relieved. And he got chased off there by a mountain lion, which is why he was running around and actually ended up running back towards me. And he gave me a perfect shot there at the lungs, so managed to drop him. And he's actually my favourite of the common fur types for these guys. He is the black fur type. And I just think the black fur type is just so beautiful because it's your classic looking black bear. And he is a diamond just barely at 22.80, which is actually diamond requirement. So he's right on the money. But first diamond of the grind, finally. The amount of relief that I felt, because yes, getting rares is really, really cool, and it shows me that I must be doing something right because I'm getting lots of cool respawns. But at the end of the day, we're looking for a level 10, and in my head, seeing level 9s, and just seeing that max level, even if they're trolls, in my head it means I'm getting closer to actually having one spawn. And it's just how that works in my head. Obviously, you don't need to find diamonds in order to find a great one. Plenty of people have gotten great ones without finding any diamonds. But it's just something in the back of your head that if you know you're getting level 9s to spawn, it's like, okay, you only need it to be a little bit bigger and then it could be a level 10. So, yeah, really, really happy to finally have a level 9 show up. Now, this was another interesting situation. So I was just going around shooting black bears as I do, and there was some in this zone that I hadn't seen, so they were fleeing as I was running around this lake. And you can see I managed to drop these couple of females, no problem at all with the 300. But as I walk over to them to actually pick them up, one was just a normal black colour female, and then this one was another cinnamon. I couldn't believe it. I was like, really? Another one? I can't believe how many of these guys are turning up on my grind. It's actually insane. I'm not complaining. They're absolutely beautiful with their fiery red coats. I just love how they look. They look so, so beautiful. But it's just insane to see so many. I really don't know what is going on with my RNG, but it just seems to be throwing rares, and hardly any level 9s. So I might try and switch things up in the coming days, and maybe try only shooting level 5s or 6s and up, which is something I've seen a lot of people doing. There's a couple of things I might try just to switch things up and see, but I'm really pleased with how things are going. And to finish this video off, this was something that happened last night. That is a 9 legendary with perhaps the biggest estimate I've ever seen on a black bear of 23 to 25. Now 24 is max score for these guys, so he is a guaranteed diamond, being above the 22.80 diamond requirement, And he could be a potential max score with that estimate. And I knew he was going to be a big diamond regardless. So I was so happy. This is only the second level 9 of this grind. Now, this zone is a bit weird because they actually drink outside of the map. So thankfully when I shot him, he actually slid down into the water and floated over. Otherwise I would have had to get an ATV and drive over there. But you're going to see in a moment I'm going to get kicked back to the nearest tent because I'm technically outside of the reserve. But this guy is a big diamond and I couldn't be more happy. Last night I was thinking, man, I'm seeing everyone getting so many diamonds and I'm not getting any. Like, I've just had the one. So when I shot this guy last night at 23.60, really, really happy with that. And like I said, that zone is really weird. I've had them drinking up to 300 meters outside of the reserve over there. So I hope that a great one doesn't spawn down there. Otherwise it's going to be a pain to try and get it out of that zone back into the reserve and then be able to shoot it, because no way would I take the risk with a great one shooting it outside the reserve. A diamond maybe, a rare maybe, but not a great one. But yeah, so some really cool trophies showing up on the grind. Really pleased to finally have the first couple of diamonds. Like I said, I'm at over 2,000 kills now. For males and females, I do count both. That's a question I've been asked quite a lot. I count both and I pick everything up. So yeah, over 2,000 kills. I'm trying my hardest to try and get one of these guys to show up. So hopefully eventually I'll manage to get a great one black bear to be able to show to you guys. But yeah, this is what I'm working on at the moment. And hopefully, you know, maybe if I change things up, like I said, and try some different things, maybe I'll get some more diamonds and maybe a great one show up. And if the other methods and tactics I give a go don't work, I'll just resort back to shooting everything, which is what has always worked for me. But I'm the kind of person that doesn't see a problem with giving something new a go. If, you know, other people are having success with it, why not just try it and see? There's never a problem with trying something, seeing if it works for you, and if it doesn't, go back to what you used to. So that's probably what I'm going to do, is just try a couple of different things. And another question I've been being asked is whether I'm hunting the daytime drink zone as well for these guys. Someone actually, when I was talking to them about black bears several days ago, one of the other people who's been grinding actually mentioned about the daytime drink time, and I was like, oh yeah, I completely forgot. I'd only done a couple of runs of the daytime drink time, so I've been getting back to doing that sort of every other run. And yeah, I haven't had anything great necessarily turn up during the day yet, but I am checking those daytime drink zones as well, just in case something interesting turns up during those drink times that isn't drinking at the later drink time. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching and your support as always. I'm really going to try my best and keep going, and hopefully we'll get one of these beautiful 10 fabled bears to show up. But yeah, some really cool stuff in the past few days. I'm pretty happy with how it's going, and yeah, we'll see what happens in the next few days. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.